Hello everyone, this is In-Game Arts. We'll do another boxing to break down the demo. This is Axiom Verge. This is a really popular indie game that finally had a physical release. I've been wanting to cover this game for a while now, and I'm finally glad to get to it. To start off, the unboxing was the special collector's edition, the multiverse edition as it's considered. It's just a special collector's edition. It comes with the making of the game, a poster, an art book, and of course the game. There is a standard version of the game, but to start off right at the bat, I do highly recommend you maybe buying the special collector's edition, just because of sheer the content. It's better than most collector's editions out there, and it's not as increased over exaggeration in price for the good items you'll get. So I encourage that one if you're interested in the game. Start off also, there was no updates for the game. Everything you saw at the beginning were all updates on the disc. It is humongous amount of updates and contents as you saw, and I'm really glad to see that for this game. I get really upset when I see an indie game or a game get released and it still has tons of updates still to fix it up. I really respect the developer and everything and the publishers and all that for waiting for the game was fully done before they gave a physical release. This is how it should be done and how it should always be done. Again, this is a Axiom Verge. This is a Metroidvania kind of style game. If you're really familiar with the Super Metroid series, or maybe even slightly the Castlevania Symphony of the Night games, you'll fully understand what this game is. It's a good 2D puzzle, platforming, jumping around kind of game where you basically gather up gear and items to be able to progress to certain other areas in the game. But what makes this one stand out of the other ones is it does it so well refined compared to other Metroidvania games out there. Everything felt really detailed, well done. From the music to the sprite works to the story to the characters and the items you find, you constantly felt like you were getting more and more powerful. It was just a great gem of a game I was really enjoying. I really wanted to fully experience the entire game before I made you a video for the game. But I won't show any too much of content in that field because I don't want to give spoilers or show you how powerful you can get or the items you can get. Because to my opinion, a Metroidvania game is always the exploration and finding the gear for yourself. Always that fun of not knowing what you could find and what's the next room going to hold. So what you're seeing right now is a lot of the beginning stuff. I even cut out a couple parts so you don't get any spoilers from story and stuff like that. Just straight up to the game and what you're going to be experiencing to the game. So I hope you can forgive that. I'm very particular about spoilers because when it comes to games like this, it's really important to go into it unknowing. Some of the best parts about the game is the feeling of loneliness and the feeling that you have no idea what's going on. With the mixture of music, the characters, and everything just felt like what Super Metroid was giving off. This weird, scary, but yet universe that just kept you on the edge. It creeped you out, but you just constantly wanted to explore more and know what was going on. And this game captured it flawlessly. I cannot praise how much I was enjoying this game. I could not put it down just because of the sheer fun of it and just how much I wanted to explore and find every little nook and cranny, every hidden path, every corner of the game. And the game felt so well polished that it felt like the developers knew that I was going to explore this area, that they knew that they needed to put something here, do something here, and it felt rewarding every single turn of the round of the game. With a great story too that kept you on edge as well. I won't talk too much about the story because nine spoilers, but it's about kind of like a multiverse kind of theory, dream world, nine stuff, and it's really good stuff, and I really enjoyed it. Now, to the main character, I mean, he's not the most interesting character. He's a scientist, and a lab experiment went very wrong. I won't go into much detail than that, but he's not the most, get-to-know character. But Samus was not also the most get-along character either. She was just a bounty hunter, some simple person that was just hired to do a job. Kind of like named Trace here. He's just an ordinary dude that just got put in this situation. And you find so much gear and the game's enemies, the sprite work, the design. If anyone knows that I'm a big fan of these kind of design games, I love sprite work. It's just one of my most favorite graphical design. It looks much better than some games out there that people try to say are really good looking. To me, games like this are more impressive looking than, like, say, Last of Us or the newer games that keeps producing. I can look at this endlessly compared to those games. It's just how I feel. But I love everything that this game did. I know I keep saying that. And there's really not much of a complaints I have really for the game. Other than a certain move in the game that allows you to, how do you say, dash or teleport, if you will. The problem with that is that you gotta push a direction twice, like left, left, or right, right, or up, up, and you'll teleport or jump in that direction. And I found myself accidentally doing that on accident, like I did, because I have a tendency to double tap. So when I'm not trying to teleport, I'll just launch. There's no way to change the button configuration on that. It's just the way it is. But it's like one little gripe. It's just kind of aggravating in certain moments because I got myself killed or something. But I think everyone else has already appraised this game for what it is, and I can't just, like I said, to me, I'm just happy that when I bought the physical version, it came with all the updates already on the disc. It worked great. It looks great. I can't complain. The only thing I could really ultimately complain was that there was no soundtrack when I bought the collector's edition. I really would like the soundtrack to this game. I even still listen to it now, even when I'm not playing the game, because I love it so much. But the making of the game was also really cool to watch. That's also a worthy time. It's a few hours long, which is pretty impressive. I did like how this game, buying the physical collector's edition or just the collection, physical version of the game, helps supports the developer, the one guy and his son, which I thought that was kind of cool. Like 70% or 75% of the profit goes to his son and his critical edition, which that's really impressive. I'm glad I can help him with any problem that he's having in his life and provide me with such an amazing game like this. This is a great game if you're a fan of Super Metroid, or you're disappointed that the new Super Metroid came out. Was it Metroid Reborn for the new handheld was for a handheld only, or any of the fact that it's only on Nintendo. This is a good substitute for that. Trust me. Maybe it's not Samus, but it's still a good substitute in that game style and just form of the creepiness. That's what I really like. I've always loved survival horror and monsters and all that stuff, and I love these kind of designs. So I can't praise this game any more than I have. I ran through it already, and I can't wait to go through it again on hard or even the highest difficulty. There's even speed runs factors for people who are into challenges like that. There's just so much in the game, and I still haven't even found everything. There's so many weapons and abilities, things that increase your maximum life, things that increase your damage, things that increase the size of your projectiles. There's just so much. There's secret notes, and there's just so much content here. You can't really argue with it. It's well worth the purchase if you ever get the chance. I encourage to get in the collector's edition just because of the sheer good content. You get a good poster too, which also comes with a reversible map that tells you where all the locations are and everything, which is kind of cool. You don't see that too often in games anymore. So, like always, I will leave links down in the description. I can't encourage it any more than I already have. You're probably already tired of hearing me trying to encourage to buy this. But, like always, I thank every single one of you for watching my videos, and I'll see you guys in my next episode. Bye-bye!